2023. We welcome everyone here this evening and we call our meeting to order at 7 p.m. and ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Present.
trustee Blair,
Present.
trustee Kagan,
Present.
trustee Abbott,
Present. Present.
trustee Kusak,
Present.
Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
Quorum established.
Thank you very much. We again thank everyone for being here this evening. I'm going to ask you to please join us in a moment of silence as we in our hearts and thoughts and prayers keep Turkey and Syria at the aftermath of a devastating earthquake and the heartbreaking loss of life. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone. Now I'd like you to invite everyone, please, to recite the Pledge of Allegiance this evening, being led by the Woodridge Police Department and our Public Works and all of our wonderful neighbors that are here with us this evening. One nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So this evening, we do have some wonderful recognition, and I would like to invite first Chief Cunningham. And also I'd like to recognize the Board of Police Commissioners that are here this evening with us and the family of Sergeant Murray and Chief.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. It's a great opportunity for us to introduce you to our new sergeant, our newest sergeant. You want to come up? Sean Murray. I want to thank the board members too. It wasn't until about 6:35 that Sean's appointment to sergeant was approved by them, and I appreciate them coming out on such a nasty night. So we have them running lately. So I want to talk a little bit about Sean, but first before I do that, I'd like to introduce your family members.
Sure. Yeah, lots of family and friends here today. So let's see. I'm going to start with my mother and father-in-law, Jim and Diane. My sister-in-law, Officer Becky, back there. My brother Ryan, and my wife Jess, and my daughters Isabella and Olivia. Lots of friends and coworkers.
Yeah, I especially want to recognize the officers that are here and also the officers' families, which tells you a lot about Sean, right? Not only the police officers are here, but their families came out. So I think that's very, very special. And he is a special person. He's been preparing for this position for, I don't know how many years now. Many years. He was he was number one in the sergeant's list, our last sergeant's list. He didn't get promoted because we didn't want to promote two Sergeant Murrays, but he wore us down on this next one. He scored number one again, and I guess we got to go with two Sergeant Murrays. So a little bit about Sean. He grew up in California, which I didn't really realize, and moved to Illinois when you're about 10 years old, right? Usually people do that the other way around, but that's okay. He did a lot of sports in high school, and one thing that I noted, he was an Eagle Scout as well. So I think that started his preparation as a leader very early in his life. He went to University of Illinois, got his bachelor's degree in history, which I have a degree in history as well too. And while he was there, he became interested in police work because he was on the student patrol for U of I, which I'm sure kept you pretty busy. Probably made more arrests at U of I than you did in your career in Woodridge, probably. I meant that in a good way. All right, moving on. As far as some of the things he's done for the Woodridge Police Department, in October 2005, he was hired by us. In 2009, rather quickly in his career, became an FTO. Also in 2009, he became a range officer. And between 2015 and 2019, he was sent to the DA task force. Very, very exclusive position for him. Did a great job there. And that's kind of when I came in. He wasn't on in the police station when I got there. He was assigned to DA. And the one thing I noted about Sean right away, he kept touch with the police department. A lot of times you'll send somebody off to a task force somewhere and you don't really hear about them. Constant emails from him, in particular about case law, which I loved, and training, always talking about training, sharing it with the whole department. And I recognized that was something special about him. In 2020, he became an officer in charge. In 2021, he was appointed as the assistant coordinator for our firearms, our use of force, and our range training. And in 2021, we revamped that whole program, and Sean was instrumental in that whole turnaround for us. We recognized what was going around nationwide as far as use of force was something we needed to address. And Sean was a big part of us moving forward in a positive way when it comes to those issues. And as far as training, I can't say enough about Sean with training. For him to be promoted at this time is very, very special for me. We have a lot of mandates in training. We always were really good about training in the department, but moving forward, the mandates that we have, he keeps up on it, and he's keeping us in tune with what's going on. Also, what he recently became in charge of our conversion of our firearms. It's a huge, huge project that's taken many years, and he's taken under his wing, and he's just done a tremendous job so far. So we still got some work to do on that one. He's been recipient of many, many, many awards, numerous department commendations, letters of recognition, life-saving awards. He received the Cook County Crime Stoppers Award for excellence in law enforcement. He received the DA Administrators Award for outstanding group achievement. His group and DA task force was unbelievably busy, and they put a lot of bad people away. He's also part of the Illinois Tactical Officers Association. He received the Master Tactical Patrol Officer designation. Not something that we require, but something he wanted to do for his own personal growth, which I really appreciate that. All right, let's bring the clerk in. We're going to swear you in.
Yeah, you are ready to go. Just repeat after me. I, Sean Murray,
I, Sean Murray,
having been reappointed to
having been reappointed to
the office of sergeant
the office of sergeant
in the village of Woodridge,
in the village of Woodridge,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
aforesaid,
and foresaid,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of sergeant
the duties of sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring up Sean's choice of person who wants to pin his badge on him. But before I say that, the family is so important for this job, and I really want to send my appreciation to your family, especially your wife. I know this is a difficult job, and moving forward, he's going to have some more issues that he's going to have to deal with at work. But we appreciate your support, and it means so much to us in recognition of that.
Come on, Judge, you got it.
Might have to make him a deputy chief.
Wonderful. Wow, that's great.
Enough of me talking. I'd like Sean to come and say a few words.
It's a very proud moment for me. I am honored to achieve the rank of sergeant and to continue serving the community of Woodridge in a new capacity. Special thank you, Mayor Cunningham, members of the board, Chief Cunningham. Truly honored tonight. Honored to have so many coworkers and friends and family members here to support me. It means a lot. And I'm looking forward to this new step in my career.
Well,
Thank you.
wonderful. Absolutely. Thank you. Sergeant Murray, to you and your family, I'm sorry, to you and your family, congratulations. What an honor. And if I could just ask on behalf of the Board of Police Commissioners, maybe to just stand for a moment and so we can thank you and the Board of Police Commissioners who are here with us this evening. Thank you very much for your service, everyone. Thank you. Again, congratulations to you and your family. What an honor it is for all of us. On behalf of the village board, your colleagues throughout the village, our police department, and our neighbors throughout Woodridge, we think just outstanding great works that you've been dedicating yourself here in Woodridge. And I know that will continue for many, many years. And we thank you very much for your excellence in service and also excellence in our police department. Congratulations again to you. Be right back. Always exciting to start a meeting out like that. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here this evening. And we will move to our next item. And that is a resolution that will come forward. And then we will invite Director Bethel up from our Public Works Department. But before us, we do have a resolution. And Al, if you would mind reading that one for us.
All right, the resolution 2023-8 reads as follows. Whereas the village of Woodridge is a home rule municipality in accordance with the Constitution of the State of Illinois of 1970. Whereas the village has the authority to adopt resolutions and to promulgate rules and regulations that pertain to its government affairs. Whereas the village has the employee recognition program. Whereas the employee of the quarter program is an important part of the overall effort to provide incentives for superior employee performance. And whereas an employee of the quarter has been selected by the Employee Recognition Committee on January 25th, 2023, and the corporate authorities have determined it to be in the public interest to accept said selection. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Woodridge as follows. Ubaldo Molino Franco is hereby publicly commended for being selected by the Employee Recognition Committee for the first quarter of 2023. And the Mayor and Board congratulate Ubaldo Molino Franco for this recognition by his employee peers and encourage all village employees to maintain a high level of performance, In recognition of Ubaldo Franco being selected, the village is authorized to grant the employee of the quarter various benefits related thereto. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Administrator Stonich. And we do have a resolution before us. Going to ask please for a motion to approve resolution 2023-8.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Motion is approved. And Director Bethel. Good evening. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. And so Waldo's family's here, so maybe I'll let him introduce them to start off. I'll put you on the spot.
My wife Nicole, Aiden, Christian, two troublemakers.
So I hadn't seen Waldo's kids since 2018. So that kind of gives you the benchmark from when he started to where he was now. They're much taller and larger than they were back then. So Waldo, again, he's been with us for about 5 years. And so when we had his hiring process, we actually had over 100 applications. We had 3 rounds of interviews and Waldo was chosen. And we really thought he was going to be a special employee for us, which he obviously has been. So we cross-train all of our staff in different areas. Waldo has actually been working in the forestry group underneath Scott Ceramic since he started. He came to us with that kind of experience. He was a foreman at a tree company overseeing crews, customer relations, and actually had done some snow plowing work previously as well. It was great timing because our longtime forester at that time, Gary Redstick, had just announced his retirement, and Waldo actually came to us as bilingual as well. So in terms of helping with communication in the public, certainly a benefit. As Mayor Cunningham had noted, there is the recognition, the resolution for Employee of the Quarter, but it's actually a clean sweep in that Waldo was actually selected by the department supervisors as the Tony Fowler 2022 Public Works Employee of the Year. And that award is given to a person that embodies the philosophies and approach that Tony had of working hard and helping and supporting and teaching others. So I'm going to go back to when he first was hired, and this was a story one of his references had shared with us, was that he was out on a snow plowing assignment, and the truck he was in, that the salting controls were broken. So at each customer site, he had to crawl underneath the truck in the snow and ice to turn on the salting while he was at that location, crawl back under the truck to turn them off to go to the next site. So he spent his entire shift soaking wet, but he kept working. And so when we heard that kind of dedication, we knew he was exactly the type of employee that we thought would fit in here. So going to present day to some of the nominations that had been submitted, both for the Employee of the Quarter as well as the Department Employee of the Year, to make a couple of notes. As I mentioned, he's been in our forestry program, and there's reference to the key role he's played. And certainly when the tornado hit, and his forestry experience was huge in terms of helping the other staff who do that work, but don't necessarily have Waldo's skill set in helping them get out there and work safely and efficiently then. But this past year, he took place in helping take down 138 parkway trees safely and efficiently. He helped with the contractor planting 200 trees this year, which was finishing up the replanting work from the tornado and reforestation of that area as well as other areas in the community. He spends a lot of time with residents, helping them on their own private property, giving suggestions and ideas to them. I personally witnessed one situation with himself and our forester, Mitch Shapaniak, and kind of how they worked with the resident and give ideas and try to help them have some options that they can pick from really a neutral perspective. We're really looking out for the residents' best interests. Sometime a private contractor may be looking to make a sale. And certainly, as I mentioned before, passing on his knowledge to coworkers on chainsaw safety, taking down trees, and just really helping teach other people. One of the other kind of categories that was really referenced about Waldo is his positive attitude, that he's always willing to teach anybody what he knows. He's the first guy to offer help, whether it's requested or not, to his peers. He's got a positive attitude when he starts a shift, and he has a positive attitude when it may be multiple 12 on, 12 off shifts going over multiple days. He walked in, I saw him with a smile, and he's getting ready to leave here and go start a snow shift. And that's just really kind of his demeanor and positive attitude he brings to the crew. But the one part of the nomination that really stood out, and we kind of talk about the camaraderie amongst the staff, is how he worked with a new employee. So just at the last meeting, 2 meetings ago, you met Nick DeAngelis, one of our new maintenance workers. And during a recent snow event, Waldo kind of took Nick under his wing, kind of going through, and while the supervisors have trained him and other staff have trained him, when you're kind of getting ready to go out, it can be an overwhelming process. And Waldo took him under his wing, made him comfortable kind of with the operations, talked him again through every little detail about the operation, what he needed to do, shifting salt, pre-trip inspections, things to look for. And when the supervisor felt comfortable, they put Nick out there. And then throughout that shift, Waldo kept calling and checking in on him, making sure he was doing well. And that was something that, the employees had relayed, that it really, stuck out to him and was kind of the way Waldo approaches helping his peers. And again, I think that's one of those things. There's doing your job, there's helping your coworkers, and there's really being a support system and a teacher for others, which is what Waldo has brought to the department. So again, very lucky to have him as an employee. Just a little bit of background about him.
Well, thank you very much, Director Bethel. And Waldo, thank you. Going above and beyond, I think, is something when we first met you, we heard that, we knew it. And I've actually had neighbors stop me and tell me and share your name with me in deep appreciation for always going above and beyond, and also the spirit in which you help both your colleagues and our neighbors. So as a very grateful village, a village board, and all of our neighbors throughout Woodridge, this is congratulations, job well done, well deserved. And thank you for going that above and beyond all the time and in everything that you do. It really means the world to all of us. Thank you, and congratulations to you and to your family. Congratulations. Thank you for coming out tonight. Take care. Bye-bye. You too. And now we'll move to comments from the public. We're going to pause just to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda. Administrator Stonich?
Mayor, we haven't received any comments.
Okay, thank you very much. And as I see, we don't have an audience here this evening, so we'll go ahead and move on to, again, now to comments that are on our agenda this evening. Going to ask and pause for just a moment to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do appear on tonight's agenda. Going to ask our administrator.
Mayor, we have not received any.
Thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and move right along to our omnibus agenda for this evening. Going to ask for a motion, please, to approve items A through D.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. Any discussion on this item? Excuse me. Going to ask if there's any requests for this item to be considered separately this evening. Seeing none, going to ask our administrator to please review the items on our omnibus.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. Members of the board, good evening. Item A, ordinance 2023-8 is an ordinance authorizing the disposal of personal property owned by the Village of Woodridge. Item B, resolution 2023-9, resolution authorizing the Village of Woodridge to enter into an agreement with David Eterno, attorney at law. This is to provide administrative hearing procedures. Item C, resolution 2023-10, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract award with Northeast DuPage Family and Youth Services in a not to exceed amount of $68,426 for the calendar year 2023. These are for the social worker services within our police department. Item D, resolution 2023-11 is awarding a bid 2023-01 for Parkway tree trimming services. This contract would be to D. Ryan Tree and Landscape LLC in the amount of $21,451 for the base work area. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Under the mayor's report this evening, I do have a few items that I'd like to share. On Thursday, March 2nd, 2023 is Read Across America Day. And Woodridge School District 68 is inviting our community to participate in Read Across America. You can volunteer to read a book to students at one of our local schools. And we're hoping as a school district that we have one guest reader visit each elementary classroom throughout Woodridge. If you are interested, you can please visit the Woodridge School District 68 website for more details, and we hope you are able to join us on that day. Woodridge Rotary Scholarship Opportunities. The Woodridge Rotary Club offers scholarships to Woodridge students graduating high school in 2023. The Woodridge Rotary Club is offering one $1,000 music scholarship. And also the club is offering 2 service above self scholarships. To access the applications, you can visit www.woodridgerotary.org. Chili Fling and Fire Disc Golf event is right around the corner. It is going to take place on February 25th from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Casteldo Park. It is those who want to brave the cold for sure. Bring your discs and your chair to enjoy 9 holes of disc golf and a bowl of chili. And you can sit right by the fire. An award will be presented to the player with the lowest score. We'll also offer the closest to the pin contest. Afterwards, you can hang around by the fire and have another bowl of chili. For more information, you can go right onto the Woodridge Park District's website, and all are invited. Lastly, the Master Gardener through the University of Illinois Extension Program, her name is Tricia Bethke, will cover the basics of growing a vegetable garden and give money-saving tips during a special in-person presentation at our Woodridge Public Library on Saturday, the same day, February 25th. If you'd like to attend, please register on the library's website, or you can reach them at 630-487-2518. Thank you very much. That is my report. And Administrator Stonich, your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Only one item this evening. Item A, Resolution 2023-12, resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute an intergovernmental agreement between the Page County 211 Contact Center and the Village of Woodridge for a Community Services Information Link.
Thank you very much. Looking for a motion to approve Resolution 2023-12.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Kagan. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek. Aye. Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. With no further business to come before the board this evening, do want to please remind everyone and thank everyone for staying connected to the Village of Woodridge. It is wonderful for us to be able to share information and also have an opportunity to hear from you, our neighbors. So please do stay connected with us. Going to now ask for a motion to adjourn our regular meeting of the Village Board. So moved. Thank you, trustee Blair. And a second, please.
Second.
All those in favor, sign aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Anyone opposed? We are adjourned at 7:26. Thank you very much and have a great evening.